Hello! Today I would like to start out with reading a letter that we have received from one of our many viewers, one of our many fans. Her name is Karen, and she writes us a letter, and she says, let's see. Dear Miss Hickman, thank you for all your videos about money. Well, thank you for watching, Karen, and thank you for watching all of first grade. I'm so glad that you guys get to learn about money. That's what she said. Okay, then next she said, I really want to help people out. Oh, me too, Karen. But I don't have a lot of money, and I don't have a lot of things like clothes or toys that I could donate. How could I help people if I don't have a lot of money or clothes or toys? Is there something else that I can do? Signed, Karen. Well, Karen, thank you for sending that letter. And thank you for asking that very important question, because it might be a question that a lot of other first graders are having. You might be saying, Miss Hickman, you said, we talked about money and how you can give money to help other people because you care about them. And you said that we can donate money, or we could donate things like your toys that you had in the basement. But what if I don't really have any of those things? I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of stuff that I could donate. What could I do to help? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because first of all, that means that you're caring and that you want to help other people. So thank you for that. We're going to talk about today another word, and I'm going to write it on my makeshift board. And this is a word that you can do. Now, right now, while we need to be inside to be keeping people safe, can't really do this too much. But it is something that you can do in the summer, something that you can do at other times. You have to ask your parents or whoever you would need to ask. But the word that we have is volunteer. Volunteer. Let's see. Let's clap that out. Volunteer. 3 syllables. Volunteer. What does it mean to volunteer? Well, to volunteer is like, instead of giving money or giving things, you give of your time. So there's maybe 12 hours of the day that you're awake, and some of the hours you work at school, some of them you play, some of them you sleep, some of them you watch movies. But some of the time, people volunteer, which means that they go to places that are helping other people out, and they give some of their time, and they say, what can we do to help? And the people who run the place says, well, here's what you can do to help. You can sort those toys over there. Sort them into boxes. One box says nice toys that we can give away, and one box says maybe toys that aren't so nice. People just gave them, but they're not nice, so we probably shouldn't give them to kids. And the person who helps out, they don't get paid for it because they're not there to get paid. It's not their job. So when I come to be a teacher, I'm not volunteering because I'm getting paid money. But let's say one of your parents comes to school and they help out at school. They don't get paid for helping out at school unless they're a teacher or they work there. They're volunteering, but they do it because they love you and they love the school. And so they're working, but they're not getting money, but it's still valuable. It's still important. So all those places that we talked about, we talked about places that people give food, called food banks. There are people who volunteer and they help sort the food, they help give the food out, things like that. We read the book Last Stop on Market Street, where the grandma and the grandson, they went and volunteered at a soup kitchen. They helped pass out food to people who needed it, and they weren't getting paid to do that, but it was still very important and still very valuable. So I want to show you guys, when Miss Hickman was in high school, when I was in high school, we had a day where we would go volunteer. The whole school would go volunteer at different places. And there's some pictures of some things that we did in my yearbook, so I want to show you guys some of those things. So here's 2 of the classes and some things that people are doing to volunteer. Let's see. There's Miss Hickman. There I am. Our class got to go and we planted a garden in a community, and we volunteered. We helped out plant the garden so that people could get vegetables from it. They could get food from it later. Let's see, what are some other people doing? Looks like this class went and they sorted clothes. So people donated clothes, and then they went and volunteered to help sort them in different racks. Maybe they put the kids' clothes on one rack, they put the adults' clothes on another rack. Let's see, other people were planting flowers to make places more beautiful. I don't think he's volunteering, I think he's just playing. Let's see, other things. Looks like they're sorting clothes too. So these are a couple ways that people volunteered that year. Let's see with another year. Here's another year. And looks like, oh, there's lots of cans in here. This class went to a food bank. And they took cans out of these big boxes where people donated them and put them in different boxes, organized it by the type of food. So maybe they put all the canned vegetables in one box and all the canned fruit in another box. So if people came, they would get cans of different stuff instead of just all cans of fruit or all cans of vegetables. Let's see what else is in here. Looks like these people are helping out with the cans still. Someone else is gardening, volunteering to make things more beautiful. Looks like maybe they're organizing some things. So volunteering is when you give your time. You help out an organization, or you can even help people out, very specific people. Like if you've ever seen the movie Up, the Disney movie, Russell, the kid who is one of the main characters, he tries to go volunteer to help an older person in his community. He turns out to be kind of grumpy, but that's just in the movie. But maybe there are people that you know, like you can volunteer to help your grandma and say, Grandma, I know you can't pay me any money for me to, I don't know, help you vacuum your house, but I want to do it anyway. I want to volunteer. And that's a way that you can show that you know the word volunteer. So tomorrow, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go around and interview some people in my house, interview some people through videos and see how they volunteer or how they donate things and how they give of their money or their things or their time to help other people out. Alright, and maybe you guys can think, how could you give of your time? You can't really go out to food bank or plant flowers right now, but maybe you can volunteer to help out your parents and say, hey parents, I volunteer to help do the dishes. I'm not going to get paid for it. I just want to help and show that I love you and that I'm so thankful for how you're staying with me and helping me with school. Or maybe you could say, hey, older sister, older brother, I volunteer to help you clean your room. Just because I love you, just because I care. I don't know. Those are some ways that you can volunteer, and maybe if you do, you can send me a little picture in Class Dojo or a little video, or you can just tell me about it in morning meetings, something like that. Alrighty guys, hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.